What's up, guys? GrimXV here. Welcome back to another Vrising video. Today's video, I've actually got something pretty special for you. I've got a optimized blood farm. So I saw a lot of comments after I did my rundown of all the archetypes earlier, and I wanted to kind of put you guys onto a little bit of game here. So to show you what this is capable of before we explain things, as you can see, very efficient. Very efficient for what we're about to do here. So this is essentially just using the vermin nest to spawn mosquitoes. Now I am on a server with special rates, so the resource cost you'll see in my machine in a minute is going to be different, but I will put on the screen here what it takes to do this, and then as we get into the other room here, I'll just give you a quick explanation of how we've set things up. So I am for this test, I'm going to be doing this with 3 nests. I had 4 when I did it earlier, but I somehow broke that one, messing around with admin teleports and stuff. I don't know what the heck I did, but I'm going to leave it alone. So we're going to be doing this with 3, and what I have here, I just have a nice open room that I can funnel them into, and then we have a trail over here that we're going to lead them to a dead end just to make them a little bit easier to kind of mob through, and we'll get to that too in a second. But the reason why we're doing this kind of funnel system, and we're not just fighting him in here, is because they are a little bit annoying. If you've ever fought mosquitoes, they kind of fly all around the map and they're a little bit hard to hit. They also knock your character back. So to avoid all that, and then also avoid them breaking our machines in here, because they'll do that too, we're just going to funnel them in here, and then we have a dead end hallway right here that we can kind of kite back and do some interesting things with the dagger. So this is kind of a part build guide as well. I'm going to show you guys the build that I like to do for this. So before I fill up the machines, this is what we do. We run them back. I sometimes like to throw just throw some daggers or whatever I have, but the real damage is done here. So we will plop a few daggers as we walk in. We're going to place down our lightning curtain, and that's going to give each one of those that pass through those a static proc. And then we do this, and we pop our Q and our E, and that is going to pretty much obliterate the whole pack. Now, if you're wondering what level I'm doing this at, this is at all iron weps with just Dawnthorn. So we're at level 62, and we have a level 18 pendant. I have no spell jewels. I have no passives, so this is completely doable as you are. Now, the only condition that you have outside of the resources for doing this is you also need to kill Matka to get the unlock for the mosquitoes. But I probably won't have it in this video. I'm not sure, but I will be uploading a couple build guides later today, if not tomorrow, and I'll actually use that boss as a demonstration to give you guys some tips on how to kill her. But I can usually do her, I think she's a level 76 or so boss. I usually go right as I get 1 Dawnthorn weapon, so right around level 70 or so. But this is completely doable, and it is very effective. So I'm going to go ahead and load these up. Now, if you're looking to get Plague Briar, there's a couple different locations. You can get Plague Briar from the area, the Harpies in Silverlight. So to quickly show you on the map, this is the area here and this area here. But there's also a better location in the New Zone. So if you didn't know, the Venom mixing outpost here has a bunch of different areas that you can use, and I'll show you that here really quick as well. All right. So just to quickly show you this here, you can also get Plague Briar in here. Now there is a venomous plant in there that's gonna prevent you from doing that, but it's a very consistent source for them if you don't have any other way, or if you don't want to go to Silverlight. So that's what we're doing there. I'm gonna pop back over to the base here. So that's how you get those. Now as for the fish bones, you get these by grinding up fish. Or I think actually it might be putting them in the blood press. If I'm wrong about that, I'll put it on the screen. But you get these by grinding them up, and you can either do this by just fishing outright, or you can send your servants out on missions. So this is a pretty easily sustainable thing to do. Again, you should be having a garden. As you farm those Plague Briars, you get seeds, and you kind of just do a large internal garden for this. That's what I would recommend. But we are going to just do like 15 per. I'll go and grab 5 more for the other one, just to give you a demonstrate. Like I said, now my rates are lower. I have 1-to-1, so you have to calculate out. I guess I'll calculate out and put on the screen what it would cost you on a normal server just so you can kind of have a picture in your head there. Alright, and then we're just going to throw in a random amount here, random amount here, and a random amount here. Now this would be even more fast if I had that fourth one, but like I say, I somehow broke that. So we're going to let these just spawn here. It doesn't take them too long, and once they do start spawning, you'll be able to kind of keep them on a pretty fresh rotation there. So as you can see, they're coming in. Now you might be wondering how the heck we know what blood is what. We're going to go ahead and put on our blood hunger. If you haven't fought him yet at this point, you get that by killing Tristan. And I'll show you him. He's a boss that roams around in Farbane, level 44 boss. So odds are by the time you get to this point, you'll have already gotten him. And then we'll show you how this works, right? So we actually fight with this on just so we can monitor them and make sure that we're not accidentally, you know, killing any we don't want to. So you can see there, I'm applying that. They're coming in. They've got the static proc. I pop my E. Now if they don't immediately blow up, it's fine. They will go down. And you just kind of can, there we go. There's that big pop I was looking for. So they will eventually go down. You'll get a chain reaction there. And like I say, I'll explain that, how all that's working in another video. But a quick TLDR is just the static combined with the chaos for my spells is really what's making that shine there. And I didn't get quite as many to pop there as I wanted. Probably not stacking up as many daggers as I should be. There we go. Big nice pop. It's so satisfying seeing that too. But this is pretty much the method. So we rinse and repeat this, and eventually here we will see a high level blood pop up. I like to take mine anywhere from 80% or higher is usually what I do. Didn't get a huge pack there, but takes those guys out. And as you can see, guys, this is extremely easy. I mean, I'm not sweating or anything. This is like honestly pretty casual. And we'll just keep doing this. We'll see if we can't get a better pop here. It's actually the chaos that's doing that, so I think I need to dash. That's what I'm missing up. So in this pack I will dash, but we're just gonna keep rinsing and repeating this here. And now this time we're gonna do this, we'll do that, and then we'll pull. I didn't get it either there. But the great thing about having this secondary room though is that if you do get low after you kill her pack, you can just kind of give yourself a moment to breathe. Top up. Oh, and we're doing this frail as well, by the way, so this would be a lot different if you had blood also. But you can just take your time. There's no rush at all. And look at there, we already got our first 100. Look at that, 3 pulls. Now to show you how we do that, we just get them in the room and then we close the door. It might take you a couple tries to do this, that's fine, you can kind of thin the herd. But once you have them isolated, you're just going to want to kill the other ones that are in there with you. Very easy, and then you're going to turn off your blood hunger view there, that way you can make sure you don't accidentally kill it before you can tame it. And I do that all the time. Definitely make sure you don't accidentally Wraith Spirit thinking that you've got the right vampire power on. But yeah, this is extremely easy, guys, and I'm sure I'll get a few more there. It is RNG based, but usually when I do batches of 10 or 15 in like a set of 3 like this, I usually get like, I haven't gotten less than about 3 per time doing that.
This cell is just for you. Secrets of the sanguine world, speak to me. Yourselves. Mortal minds bend easily. You are mine to control. Bend to my will.
And the great thing about mosquitoes that I didn't mention, as you can see, mosquitoes are every single blood type. So you know, you have a chance to get Scholar, you have a chance to get Worker, Warrior, Brute, Rogue. I believe the only one you may not get is the Draculin. I don't think you'll get Draculin from these, and I don't think you'll get Mutant from these. But if you want Mutant, you can just go ahead and get, go ahead and do the little Mutant Rats, and kind of the same concept applies here. You'll just spawn Mutant Rats over and over till you get a high blood, zerg them down, and that's really all you do there. And then if you want Draculin, the best source for finding high Draculin that I've found is actually farming the carriages in Silverlight. So if you didn't know, whenever you do one of those carriages that are not Silverlight, excuse me, in Dunley, the carriages that roam Dunley with all the Silverlight mobs, they have a chance to always spawn a high blood whenever you break them. So if you're looking for a Draculin, just kind of roam the streets of Dunley and you will definitely find one. They usually roam around that top area there. I actually have a video up on my channel talking about that if you're interested as well. It's a Stygian farm video.
From my veins, I rejuvenate. Whispers of blood.
And this is relatively quick too, guys. I mean, we're at what, 14 minutes into the video right now, and we've already done several waves of these. Just something you can kind of do passively. Does get dicey. There we go. Alright, so RNG is not on our side today, but I will go ahead and just show you some clips of when I did this earlier, just to wrap up the video. Relatively simple process here. I just wanted to kind of get this out in front of you guys. I was kind of chomping at the bits to do this on my official run, and I just couldn't wait to share it with you guys anymore. I saw the comments, so appreciate all your support, and if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to leave me a comment below. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is GrimXV, signing off.